My narcissistic mom wore a white dress to an Indian wedding thinking she'd upstage my beautiful bride. But she looked ugly and was embarrassed the entire time. I don't have a good relationship with my mother because she was the type to demand gifts on my birthday because I wouldn't be here without her. For 18 years, I never got to open presents myself. Every event, from my games to graduation, was always about her. I always felt like my life and achievements were just an extension of her accomplishments. I think I suppressed my resentment because everyone around me always acted like this was normal. I didn't know how to cope with this, so I just tried to get as far away from her as possible. I applied to the furthest university I could realistically get in, and stayed far away because any time I had to go back home, it was the same story. At university I was lucky enough to meet Pia, and for the first time I started to like who I was. I didn't feel like I had to hide or play down my accomplishments, or even my failures. And her family was so warm and welcoming, it felt like my childhood was just a nightmare of the past. I thought the best way to move past it was to just move ahead. I was ashamed of my mother's behavior, and the ugliness of my resentment, so I pretended everything was fine, and invited my parents to my wedding with Pia. I actually had a really clear vision of what I wanted in the wedding, just an event that would be about me and not my mother. These suppressed feelings led to me unfairly lashing out at Pia when my mother tried her old tricks and asked to wear white to our wedding. At that moment I forgot white wasn't the bridal color in Indian weddings. I just felt a cold sweat that another precious moment would be hijacked by my mother. Pia and I got into a fight about her letting my mother wear white, but she said it was okay because there was no way a simple white dress was going to outdo her wedding look. And for a while, everything was fine, until unwanted memories kept invading my head. No matter how much I tried to bury my head in work or exhaust myself by exercising, they always came back. I ended up having an actual meltdown that night. I was sobbing and crying. It was probably my ugliest moment. The next morning I half expected to wake up alone, and get a text that the wedding was off. Instead, incredibly, Pia stayed with me. She convinced me to go to therapy, encouraged me through those first few hellish sessions, and gave me space when I needed it. Therapy really helped. I was able to understand why I was feeling angry and upset, and how to deal with it beyond just trying to ignore it. I apologized to Pia earlier, but it let me actually be honest with her about my family. It really transformed our relationship. I took over the wedding preparation with the help of my in-laws, and I got to actually design my dream wedding. My mother-in-law later told me she was really relieved that we switched because my lovely Pia didn't really care about the colors or flowers, and had virtually no input on any of it as long as we were getting married. My mother-in-law was also very encouraging and patient in letting me voice my input. The actual wedding went really beautifully. Pia was ready to rescind my parents' invitations completely after everything, but her terrifying little sister suggested we invite anyway as a final sort of FU, to show them I wasn't alone anymore and no matter what they tried this time,